Omina Adjo, Mama Abba, 68FM, APPLE68 and that's all. And that's why you made this out. Yet me, Ajaba Banana, yet me, I don't support them to say, no, Siakasia, and there a fantastic, freaky, Frankie Friday. Now, and there you made it, and some about TV, and it said, you made it be a coso. You made a course, no way, say, and dear coso. Our embrace we no international monetary fund. I am a forget and would dear na when I'm so I'm a year can offerata or money enough to stand for or the same be at to
na no damage demonstration and this report and after a total road robin one more year yellow. Yera NS Adesia Babekasa that say sad demonstration no amoya no akoya said the aso no mu ni dwuma bia di as a demonstration no eyense hunu bi kekese bi eno na yewura awo no minority chief whip Babekasa that say yewura no wono de won twen no mu de niam betutu ye na demonstration di emu akase pa eno obobe
na kofa by the man just a movement for change we can yes when we say our fanto ya papa yewura alan kojo chemantin and there now would want to move our yewura mempanyin dada John Ajokunkufo na kacha or the instruction equation and say mempanyin da day ni yere just waka enchegua okoye osi there bi say na me padi me senior man and there adia to na e say me so me call na me kwachi abusuan mu sem nyina no obeti enmire
na Tom and Jerry ntukwa APPLE ewo MPP amanyokuo ne mechire yewura wuntumi ena feso akompre ko hini Japan entukwa ketenketi ababe yi wo mukomu dose yi atese obi atwe ho asre ni abasai na opani bi so ababe kasa fa ho ebrepemu emuchire mu beba
na asoya omohwe eba ne sapomodun nsem so amoda no ede nsem abetu dwa ekirese nyakopo ya adoma ejuada ede yenimi yehwe na yuna no mama kwaji tete ewo sare bio esi a ibetimi atu anampo no obi eyare ewo ne simu ibetimi ahwe no eba be fani pa be 405 adwuma mu
Education watch for and so a day strong one pa and first woman quotasra by say abanya no fasika and registry said the bay no sube jina ne nice so
we na fufuro bi aka ho na anyimre de e ba bedomu asuko edan mo se eyerusia kase na me ka wo se afiance na wa be ka yensa de na kese ye twegu live o Facebook duwa na watimi alike dia mayen na wa share na fufuro enya bi so timi ahwe uwie so a na kese wa mi ahye no na bibia eye kama pa enso wo no ma afie no eba ne se YouTube so a wo madin ya se obetimi subscribe ne kama uwie a na wa comment na fi wa like e de amaye online de ne so no APPLE68FM ene so yetwa live pa tora anoma de no modern Ghana web nyina no ho nyina ne kase no obetimi enya bi enso atumi atie ahwe wo kama pa akenkan for eyeme obi dumbie nana nyako abrono mamene
nana ajua nyako abrono mapepe bi on say na wo hia ma bontia na wa from me ajua timode
yan chance na akase mu kire mu no yemfa ensomo afia etwa mu yes na wo hia 2022 mu wono mu nyina ko ba ya na omane nkoye ni ade animpo ehase e wa 2021 na ajese bosumi na ye number say jumbu sumi ya ade ya na omane nkoye ni ade ntino 2022 mu wono ma ana mampanya akufado ehye yewura ken ofori ata say ba bia oman no ekono etwa yie te betumi a onfa pen ezi pipa so na bosia e be friend say bia e betumi abo yie pa no yetumi di aba na abo yie pa na ndie economy na atete aprasma se no yetumi de siesie na ebi atumi akọ nkanya nti we say ne de yetu yania no yankọ ba bia te se IMF akache International Monetary Fund akache na nsem ne ba de ebeje ntra ha pa awo omangana mu ase ya na ho sam ka kora de ne timi enka we ni ade na we na musoro majes na ye hwe a sika na ye pe ade afri IMF ho nyina no aye 3 billion dollars ni ade a we ne sika mu eso pa yie na so ne say na IMF ni ehye ne tie no omo ba omangana mu ase ade ehye de be ko so ehwe Ghana ajapade a ye wo so ampa opese obabosia obi hono ma se ne pa no eba no ba hwehwe wo ne mamu so ampa se wo sen ya ye de emma sa oni kono obetimi atua na so tumi ntua omba ya negotiation na eba mu bi a je se bond holders nsensam kora betwi ebe sen koye na so ni na mu no IMF agitu mu se sika no mo de ba mai na so no mai ne sope omo kukuru 3 billion dollars ni na mfa mayen na se Ghana ye kodi 3 billion dollars ni na esa ye kwa na se ye bai na ya mfa anye adwuma baba bia na ye se yankasa ya boka nti omo chesika ni mu nti no first $600 million no omo tumi di aba a we ne de njuma na omo ahye se omo tumi de ni nano ende na wodi bani kire mu awo chese o magana mu enke punu mantam dia ye ina o manfo te san for ye rakan oforiata ene IMF fon panyifo no ekopie mu no mo hwe aya $600 million ya sika na etumi eba ye no isu ampa se dwumadie ben ene mo tumi di na mbra ye rakan oforiata ekasa no asema oka nyina ene se in fact omugusua awo into negotiation agreement ni ade awonu omohwe enemu kwan say acha ntokwe say next week ye be wuro mu de na de ye friend eye propose plan no a che so omba be propose plan e de akoma che say official creditors no na tumi aboa na ye hwe sika bi a ye nsa betumi aka ana sika ni na ye nsa tumi ka etumi aboa ye pa enti ye rakan ofata e che say every say I'm of sika itumi ba pa de in fact ababo ye pa ama se sia de international dollar bonds kula na yehu ni se ni na apagya akwa 1.1% e no dollar ni mu ne ya ana chese o de se mo ina etudwa na owie kula na o san e chese e betie nyina ni yensom na yentimi bua pa na de be fra ne eye chese debt obstruction plan na yina yentimi jintum na yakopo ya adoma next week ya omo ne official creditors kodin komo no yekodin komo ni nyina wi na yese omo jintum etinye boye na Ghana yese ni sika so na tinye gira bra ne sanso ana economy ne so no etimi agina bra ne pa ne bra ye rakan ofata kasa no ensem do be retudwa no ebi enso eni
which ended up with front loading such that God willing by November we actually would then have released 1.2 billion of the 3 billion effective in that. So truly a lot of work has gone into this to give Ghana the opportunity to stabilize much faster. This all hinged on the fact that Cabinet moved us very quickly to prepare the PCPEC program, which then underpinned the work that the fund also had to do. So pleased to announce that the progress that we sought to achieve is very, very much on course. The stability that the Ghanaian economy was very much in need of has been achieved. We said we have turned the corner, and the major economic indicators such as inflation, as Governor mentioned, the exchange rate continues to drop and stabilize, and there's confidence returning in the economy. I'm happy to confirm that Ghana has just completed its first review of the IMF program, as Stefan has announced. The first review, had key deliverables, including the 6 performance criteria, the 3 indicative targets, and the 3 structural benchmarks due at the end of June 2023. So you can imagine the work and the anxiety, the speed with which people have worked, even as we also try to manage demonstrations in the middle of that. But we are all good and we are in good order. So assessment of the progress at meeting program targets also due by end September 2023 and end December 2023, and discussions on the policy framework for 2024.
Abusuanti way and somehow do be a money na photo sample Yura can offer ata. Na okasawi epe and an idea would want to move and so I'm a force or akatia. Executive board of honor so made doom to be muno. Ya papa yesterday rooted and so ekasaya. Or just in fact, we share the Messoa, Sikaiba, Ghana, yet media dear, in fact, Omonia pa, after some money so to or agreement here on my Ghana, any I'm a founder, so Busua, Edun, Comono, ya papa, just in fact, Menaja Panos and Brando Casano, say an audit to Ega.
Was designed to have reviews every 6 months, and so the current mission is intended to hold discussions on the first review of the program. During this mission, and even before, we have been engaging very closely with the authorities on program implementation. I'm very pleased to announce that we have reached a staff-level agreement on the first review of the program. Let me add that the agreement is subject to the approval of IMF management, and our executive board wants the necessary financing assurances have been received. An agreement with official creditors on the debt treatment in line with program parameters would provide these needed financing assurances. Once our executive board review is completed, Ghana would have access to another $600 million, bringing the total IMF financial support disbursed under the arrangement since May, when the program was approved, to about $1.2 billion. Assessment is that performance under the program has been very strong and consistent with the authorities' commitments. Specifically, the authorities have adjusted the course of policy making to confront very difficult economic and financial conditions and to ensure a brighter future for all Ghanaians. On the fiscal front, more specifically, the government has adjusted the policy stance to bring about a reduction in deficits and restore the sustainability of public finances. This started with a bold 2023 budget that sought to increase revenues and reduce expenditure.
Somehow do be a papa, Stephen Woodet. Or executive board, and I just OD, I'm a funnel and nim a baby, my Ghana more say, name somehow do be or so to me, I dare to dance. No, now we a pair and a young call Amrado, or that a Bank of Ghana, no, and no, yeah, papa, a year, doctor, and as address, who say, no one and somebody about pronounce on a stellano. Yeah, Cassica, someone swore, I say, would you want tonight or no, Anna on my Ghana, Central Bank, no, a good turning, saying to we say no. Na who be here pass or bet me kasabi na eba pa doctor and as Addison ejrim say o hwa every say you call I'm for akache no sikana etimia bane de e boy ye papa o hwa inflation ya hodo abesen ko busumi ya hodo ya ababasi ko ni na no inflation ya abayina no we yewura doctor and as Addison chere say who ni say ni na no so no tia enet that me say I'm for sikan de in fact abebo papa
has been a very comprehensive and collaborative work between the government side and the IMF. And this has made the 2-week mission very successful and fruitful, leading to the staff level agreement today. We have all established that the very decisive measures put in place by the government and the Bank of Ghana have started yielding results, signaling a faster than expected turnaround, which needs to be sustained as we reset the economy. More specifically, non-food inflation has dropped significantly by 19 percentage points. Food inflation has also come down by about 8 percentage points. Core inflation, which measures underlying inflation, is also decelerating at a fast pace. From the beginning of the year to date, the Bank of Ghana has built reserves of about $650 million instead of the programmed drawdown of $98 million. And this has been boosted by the innovative Gold for Reserves program. And as a result, we have seen relative stability in the exchange rate, depreciating by only 2.5% between February and now.
Abusianti way aya insema hodo bia amrado a oda Ghana yesika krabia ano governor at the Bank of Ghana no Dr. Ernest Addison ne na etwabuye
ye to akasia no eso ne de kwa kopie mu enso ewo nanu ada demonstration ahodo a wo moje ye titiru de na di kai pa a na chese eye pabni wom eye ye friend is the Bank of Ghana e ka twitwi di a watumi ekukuru ato amayen na chese Bank of Ghana wonu a wonton je ne wonton bese wonton hwe watumi abɔ kapapapa ɛde ato hɔ no mo ama yɛn mekyerɛ bɛyɛ 60.8 billion Ghana cedis ya watumi abɔ ato hɔ no mo a na mpanyinfo ɛkyerɛ sɛ demonstration ne deɛ wɔn anya kora nka wɔn ho ɛntɔ wɔn ɛno na kyerɛ sɛ nanu ade wɔn kɔpie mu ɛwɔ Bank of Ghana na so yɛ hɔ no mo ɛhwɛ anim a sɛ yɛwura Dr. Ernest Addison betumi apie aba na wabɛgye nkrataa no ɛde akɔ no akakenkan ho ni ewom papa yɛ mpie yɛkɔbisa yɛ security na epie baayɛ wɔno so kyerɛ so mi wura deɛ watu kwai enti no mia na mehwɛ akyire kakra ɛnso ɛde ama no na ɛno na kyerɛ sɛ papa yɛ de akyi wɔn kɔdan kɔsɔre a wɔsi o demonstration no a moyɛ no de ho kai mo ne hwi ne kokyerɛ yam wɔsi na mo ni dwumadi enti na saa demonstration no moyɛ yɛ ɛno na kyerɛ sɛ wokɔdɔm kuma no a wɔn mmarahyɛ badwafie no a wɔpani pa wɔ no ɛne ɛka so yɛ frɛfrɛ dɔm ɛwɔ mmarahyɛ badwafie hɔ a ɛwɔ dɔm kuma no afa mekyerɛ minority chief rep yɛwura Kwame Agboza papa ibu afu yie papa sɛ Dr. Addison ɛbɛn no a ka wɔhwɛ yi asotro bɛgye no ɛkyɛ Yesu Kristo deɛ na ɔmode man no Ogogota bepɔ no so no ɛna papa yi de abɛto dwa wɔkyerɛ sɛ Dr. Addison ɛnyɛ si esuro dabi na mmom ɛyɛ wɔ bu papa yɛ de ama wo na saa demonstration ya yɛyɛ yɛhu so ɔman Ghana sika sam no ɛnkɔ yie enti yɛyɛ saa demonstration we atwewagyen agyina so sɛ biribi nkɔ yie enti sɛ bɛyɛ a wɔde ato left akafa bra right kakra ɛma yɛn ɛno na kyerɛ sɛ papa yi aba bɛtoto ayampia ɛde ama minority fo yɛ wɔ mmarahyɛ badwafie wɔn mu buafo yie papaapa wɔde yɛnti ɛnsɛm a yɛwura Kwame Agboza ɛde to dwa ne bi ansa.
An unfortunate commentary by the governor of the central bank, who should know better. Obviously, the governor has admitted guilt for the things we have accused him of, and unfortunately has failed to respond to any of the things we raised. He has clearly also shown his lack of understanding of the basic tenets of democracy when he feels that peaceful demonstrations against things that we are unhappy about amount to misbehavior by the citizens. The governor's comment describing the demonstration as unnecessary and then uncivilized is quite surprising because his appointers, that is the president and the current finance minister, have on several occasions used peaceful protests, in fact sometimes violent protests, as means of registering their views. So in effect, he's calling President Akufo-Addo and finance minister hooligans. I think they should take a cue from what their appointee is saying. I feel the governor is missing a very important point, that the issues raised by the minority are not issues we created.
Naturally say, bro, what just say yewra Agboza actually say yewra Addison use ye na hometi ye na bufu ye ne time pa sa hooligans na we use naturally say atutuafo atese mu no woni hwe ye wo fie eno maba be ye demonstration wo wie no wa mananso a wasan so de ppm actually say demonstration no na mo ye no na atese amanfo nyina ehwe say demonstration no de ebekọ boni mu ekwo mo no mu kura nkrante omo kuta ejan eni adeade na cheso omo ye demonstration say de be ye ntokwa beba enso ankwa ne sa enti yewura Agboza atu ane kasa no so no wo kire so ye de na eye ne papa mu ne ye pe no eye asumudwe mu li shalom ena na ye pe no enti se ne ankwa ne sa no na ye yewura Addison wanwa a watutu ayampia sa e de ama wo mu no.
We will prove to him that what we did in terms of the peaceful demonstration is in line with our democratic dispensation. And he probably was expecting us to do otherwise, which he was probably disappointed that we didn't take the laws into our own hands. But if he had balls, if he was courageous enough, not hiding in his rat hole, he should have come forward to come and take at least the petition instead of hiding and then the following day coming out to speak quite loosely. The central bank governor should have been wiser than who the one he is, and I have no respect for him. It's time for the government to sack him because he has nothing new to add. He basically damaged our standard of living, and he must go. We're still maintaining that. But of course, we are not the appointing authorities, and we shall use other means in addition to the demonstration. So obviously, as we speak, he feels protected by his collaborators. So he spoke the way he spoke. But guess what? This is just the beginning. We have done a peaceful demonstration, which he's very disappointed about because he was expecting more action than the peaceful demonstration. We, the minority, as put forward by our leader, are saying that, yes, we've taken note of what he has said. The good thing is that the 2024 budget is just around the corner. I think the 15th of next month, we are going to be looking at the budget and government's actions in terms of the budget in line with the description he's given us. And I can assure you that this is just the beginning as put forward by our leader.
And Yera Edge, let's say, Uncle Premier Bank of Ghana, Yera Addison, and in a bed yet, from you, near Beju, my Frisa Bank of Ghana, what your demonstration on May workers, yapa. Nine year what do two, a children, one, a young, which repair, say. Was in Yamibwa, one more by a demonstration, like a Siamopa, name Dr. Addison, one of your what's now on a one share. Why Embrano, I send a boy with a coho, say a chroma betcha comba. One more babachin ye papa anti-sender, one is so woman to me and Yana Fred, ya. Was it one show when you papa, no more the Embrano, Ebachin is a cocoba.
Just rather unfortunate that he spoke the way he spoke, which quite loose in terms of the way he spoke. Of course, he's that protection from his accomplices in government. But as you know, that even under the best protection under the current government, a day will come that he will face proper justice of the people of this country. So he can be laughing at us today, but I don't want anybody to be discouraged. The use of peaceful protest must still be part of our political journey so that we don't take up alternative routes that may jeopardize our democracy. So the Bank of Ghana governor obviously feels protected, so he can speak loosely after collapsing our financial sector that is sending all of us into a very expensive way of living, which majority can't afford. He can sit in his ivory tower and speak quite loosely, feeling that, of course, the appointing authority is an accomplice. So he's not going to be sacked. But the day of reckoning is coming. As for us in Parliament, we take note of what he's saying. Parliament will resume very shortly. And we have few ideas as to how we are going to deal with the governor. But as far as we are concerned, he's a persona non grata currently. We shall treat him like that. He described us as hooligans. We shall show him who a hooligan.
And natural so what the for crab and persona non grata a patch, let's say, your man who cries us our hooligans on using and farmer. And yes, so Jay, a minority chief frame, a woman that she be Jafia, Rakwame Abuza, and I was saying, Kano.
Also, go so with ye and you know, Siakase or APPLE68FM, APPLE68 TV. So, can you Facebook? Good one. Yes, one Modia. Now, what to me, I like Kena is a wash shadow for your Biasha against and Modia. Some of the Beba, Vinabo Trapati, and Kanda Mamo. After YouTube, the young men up Twitter on Madiano Ghana online generation. You can go live APPLE68FM, going on a Cassiano, obey me and you be at me at you. Yeah, to also the Anna, you need some more in Sehu. Now, what you money beto just say, Mampaina da John Ajukunku for no canny or Dayawa and Solwaka and Chinegu. I was a American Sropa and the Esnitiase. Now, Cobanes Alina, Ababa say, a rehosa, or my gun was and say, Mamma, yeah, there is a Abaku for the first lady pa, and the my Ghana dinner or sha, Mammy, but boy, you papa, and Mana so, or Yababano, or near Papa Joy, the cook for now, so almost so pandy. Omonan cry as you in some form. Money papa, now so mammy, for fear and water with your money say, I did say, able to gas in my meal, while 2 animals said to the buyers I did not Abaya reho at the matches a Ghana from men now, and if Abaya reho at the MP may go in a national, Nina Munis no being here pass, a company see the Yakwan Samoswa, if you forbid in your copium or Mempenin Dada, John Ayokuku for Nakachi and I say, Fie, no more to me the air now, Yakon in some of what they are command. Now, Mempenin, Akufado. Copium Sanso and this American to copium one man, no Obia, Koyanes, a condolence na your momo, your mamma and penny, Dada, John, a Juku Forsha, they say, a ja, Yakopon Cosra, and no one no buys and they say, a ja, Bema would they see, war a cradia and quite their own to me and the Berada. Now, and then I would want to mu and so Holma, of a by Aminoka said the Encaneno, now MPP may come upon no ordinary Juma, now or an adjuster uncle, Coco Prey, say, a year, Fabria, Shabana say, Bia, and Francatuno or Coco Prey, or just say, MPP. Ko national of Yaya was there beyond the end of the copy. After that's already so Papa used to say MPP watremu enye yentinu wasi fam anya MPP ama yokuno betumi adon kura nende okopie mu yewura John Agyekunkufoɔ ɔno akasa ne fie enso ekohwe sɛ Israhwe pa command sɛ efi sɛ ne yele eka baabi no ɔno entumi kopie mu ntino bana waba ne de na yɛsɛ ɔde ya konsem ko a ana yɛde mama mpanyin dada John Agyekunkufoɔ na owie kɔ na ɔkyɛ sɛ John Agyekunkufoɔ de ɔyɛ ne senior brother ne senior ne tight body pa ne panyin no ntin da bi ohun na ɔfa ne broda senior bro sa ntende sɛ ne wokani me sister with the Abakufoɔ waka baabi a otimi entra fie sa keke ɔno so yɛsɛ ɔba na ɔne mpanyin dada John Agyekunkufoɔ mu nyina no etena se no mudi dom ho nkɔmɔ nti wo nyina na ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɔbɛda Ghanafoɔ nyina ase sɛ asam ne pa na sɛ ɔwesa ma ɛto yewura John Agyekunkufoɔ kora pono Ghanafoɔ nyina ne egusua esu de ma no na so no yɛnkɔ so a na yɛnka papa yi wɔ pabo sɛ papa wo hwɛ ne fie na etumi akɔsoro pant no yɛnyina yɛnka John Agyekunkufoɔ ɔno na busua nyina wɔ pabo sɛ betumi aboa na da ne da nkwa enso etumi aba hɔ na mbra yewura alantamate kasa no sei ana ɔde tu edwa
nye Ghana nko wiase afana nyina yɛbɔ ne den no sɛ ene Anti-Teresa ne obi wa na sɛ yɛkae no a na sɛ benye Kufuor abusua no nko na Ghana man nyina ana ahwe ade enam boa ɔde boa ne kunu ma otumi ɛyɛ adwuma hotie a yɛ nyina yɛka ho asɛm onyame de ɔpɛ no ɔyɛ ana enim sɛ Anti-Teresa so ya maame panyin a ɔwɔ akoma pa ɔwɔ abadayɛ na afei so wo fie nyansa yɛde anim sɛ kakra na watumi abɛyɛ no yɛne aka akyire no ɛbɛyɛ osua sonko ɛma yɛne aka akyire no nti yɛbɛtumi aka ne sɛ nyame mfa ne kra nsi
abusuanti wei esema odre bi a eye founder kofa by edema movement for change ye papa Alan John Kwadwo Chiramanten
abusuafo ye to akasia no eso na kyerese Tom and Jerry tukwa asi awo MPP amanyokom ni nyina ye ase central mrahebedwani wono kro na wo pese wasan so entu franka enfam MPP amanyokon nyame boa 2024 yakoto abano na se ndi eyi no a o obetu franka ye papa na afen so Asante Mantam chairman ya wo adodo na sanemra ne chairman wuntumi na cheso ndi bibia ntumi no na entukwa ababenwan wo mukom enyina ye se chairman wuntumi e strong warning akwa yewura Kennedy akopre ko hini Japan ne strong warning nyina so ya wo bema posifo ache ne ye papa esanse na sei wo trete ne ye papa no enye kwan papa so sanso na yewura Kennedy akompre ko hini Japan ne nkrofo enso the strong warning akwa ma chairman wuntumi se chairman wuntumi bema wo fa posifo ensi nani so na wo monhwe who is who de ne isini awie ye ene ebehu chale eno nam so pa emo pani bi so aba bekasa na opani a wabekasa enyina professor enso abekasa professor Smasapo abekasa papai waye associate professor pa enafe waye director of Institute Research Innovation Development ewo Asante Mantam suapo waye nyina yenim se Kwame Nkrumah suapo we wo ya na nekasa wakasa nyina se sisi eno santokwa ekoso ewo MPP amanyokuo nim anafe so ayampia horo a empanifo binom omututumu omo no enkoye titru kra yewura Kennedy akompre ko hini Japan ose ebeye asade no de wo munjai ensanse wo mu ano mu di betu dweso mpeso mu breki 8 no enti se ne mo tutu ayampia sei ema mo ho a mo beye dan breki 8 no
omu ensen so se ne mu ye no ewo sinso so ne di kan amanyokuo no we ye internal contest mo amu ho ne mo ho ye hwese nka after November 4th mo beka mo ho abom na mo de akọ 2024 ha party no the internal contest ya na so ye da se wo ne wo ho ekọ akansie enne se wo ne obi foforo na opposition party bi ekọ akansie so ye wo so as we di kan pa ne say instead of they getting united some de ekọ ayi no it appears that they are dividing na isisa no muka che say when you divide you fall party penning for national executives, founding fathers, council of elders, nominee. Say how one padia any more to me no, and SL with me, Ebemuna, Obama, Ajubro, Eba. No be any one more of the party no.
Enti ani aso eye professors Masapo and wakasa ye ochire say sani amanu a ekosoro MPP amanyoko nim de wanhwe ye atia gas bi ebeti asimu no de wo munya ba bi engina wo wie so say de futuo pa ekoma yewura Kennedy akompre ko hini Japan kire ne say wono chema wutumi no enye position bia na oba be prio wono o memeye president o memeye hwe ono wo ye ne chairman no a na wo yewura Kennedy akompre ko hini Japan wo na wo pese wo ye tu so aba anase ye tu so aba na betu franka edema MPP amanyoko no enti se na wo tutu ayampia se ya hwan ne wo hwe sa ayampia we etu aba ma wo
and yes honorable Kennedy Japan and they say Sabio Chairman to me no on prakensi bia onka contest ne ho enti no only ono to saa Sabi ona wo say with chance he has nothing to lose, he is not in the contest so Kennedy Japan should be very careful, tone down, and on independent funding kasa that to mamintree emre because eventually or no can no lose. What no man come better about mano near all no a how mono. I can no man control about mano. Would you once na a chiara no akobruko? Chama win to me has nothing to lose. He is not contestant. So Ken is the opening son or bad down. Na chama win to me so a home here to mamintono or no some down. Now for party penning for. So mutia omufo nesi from na tumi no anka wuma sumdwe
enti professor say Ken you are the opening and chairman wuntumi you are the ketwa enti wo chairman wuntumi ni pani enkokosi aka ni pani be konso widiem wo be hwehwe ye papa enti ewie no ene ebopi ade hye wo man Ghana mo ene ebi so mo say chairman wuntumi na afesu yewura Kennedy akopre ko yen Japan who is who
Mesha have at all. If you say MPP lusu dada. Omo ye de omo lusu. Menye sure say be ha about all. Give it me a hand ye party votes. The votes within the MPP party.
They should stop what they are doing. They are selfish. If they think of us, we Ghanaians, they will not be fighting in the air just because of power. Power belongs to us, it's in our hands. So they should rest in their house and wait for us that day. What you say? You be dilechi. You be too clean. You mampenina magana for. And to quantum de no question. Ebe haye kakra. Oh, president. President ya oh ye we say. Send ya to abano kura mano kura what work rob kase ibrofon koku. Na we so says oh ya chairman. Na we so eti nti wine na bema asumduaba
enti ande said ya mami ke obi a wo ye wo pese ye to so aba be ye president wo ya na wo ko iti we wo ho no bo be ka so asrafo muti mu hungu nkoko ntokwa enti
sebu
asebu
nse ena na professor Masapo ka say omo pese mo to aba ne maken no na ebia se Ken yes adie we ya ebi kwa na omo goto abane bi because se Ken no vote wo mo na omo we say
who yes say ya me meto abama me say me meto abama because me hu say oni vision away na ye tokwa
yes ana Kennedy so dia ono no se won kada no ntumde adie no enya obeka ntenya adie obeka no tu make us say do oye no obi ani je ho
ai obi so ani je ho ya de na kwaye no
anka advice na professor Ponde man no so ono no all press person kutu frank ade man people na ka this the time
on jai
yes on the party leaders in the common my jai sa atamidie ni sa na beef no in fact ma nti ewura kan we dey futu na also oba ede ma say be ya sa wa twi tin wa kam wa twi wa twi no mitu ya say akora to pay for ni nti mitu kan for say ni nua eketwa de ba ketwa minka ne sa mitu ne for say sa wantwi ni ade no e fa hwemba ontwa so na one party members no ending komo vote one man
agoko a wokotu
enwa no abusia yentoa anyume no sia kase ne so emfa emamo na yede ni kyeremu oye omamu apomuden asuye impanyefo ayehyehyeye ekyerese onyankopon eyadoma ejoda ede yenim yei no ye hwe ne yetimi afa eyekese medical dentist for anampo de befa ne se bia medical eyekese dentist for kasa officers no ye fa pole ahanani enum 405 adwumam na ma hya ase akotusi nti omo no omo nya problem kakra o mo dodo mu na kaka ne adade ayo mo no saa nipa we ma ye fa mo adwuma mu no omo we omo amakwage entete akotwa infie be se miensa ekọ infie be se enan so atumi ayo mo attachment e de mo fa training mu ebibi awie nyankopọ ya aduma eye ejuo da ede yiri mu no ana ye hwe ni mu se saa nkrofo we nyina no ye be fa mo adwuma nti no wo ayaresabia ho no ma obehu ane eso ya fa omo se omo mbra na omo behwe ese ne se wosi ya wo ya untumi kura mobodo mpem wosia wo ya untumi endi adwane be kan se yeka ebi abrode ya bayire anase banchini ade no de betini dia ani koko de se ene no onwesa tukoko na guno na so wano anase suonko a anase ebi afufuo ene no ya ade a obawi mu anase o mene na akọ wanum enti we se de se enkoba se ebi akaka ba ya na untumi didi anase ebi untumi aburo anase aburo nchewe na ide to wa gusti se yakopọ ya adoma ejoda de enu yare de dem magum se o mahwe na obi a obeyare eye se eye ne si ni ade no etumi ahwe mu yie pa we nam so ama kasema for edema Ministry of Health no ya papa Dr. Isaac Ban ene sentwefo edi nkomo na ne sema oka nyina ene se omo ne chese Ministry of Health no ene Medical and Dental Council for na matimi akabo mo chese afi bia mu no so o matimi afa ni padodoro akopie mu awo ya pomoden ahweye na po yara sabe ya ahodo no nyina no etimi bo yie pe na pomoden no so no etimi sipi asita ede mamo na omo anyakopọ ya de ma ejuada ere ya wi enim ya yi no ya be fa adwuma mu omo ye back 30 omo akese back 30 matimi awie no akese omo tumi aye omo housemanship ni na awie omo training ni na no matimi ni na awie no omo qualify as a fata say onyankopon ayadoma ejuada yie no yetimi fa adwuma mu tinu so wutie me na akese otumi akọ aye dental school ni bia wie na o hwan se betimi ya ma posting ana betimi fa adwuma mu dia se atadwe de ene de what de pa nyame yadoma Monday na bomodin so bekomo aye mo portals ne so onyankopon portal ne so ne de wabodi se wo ya batch 30 dia na so opportunity na ho de ma wo say recruitment no wo se betimi ya kabi ambra na ya papa Dr. Ajegman ene sentwefo edi nkomo no ne se ma do bi okan no ebi eni
di se to ho se a doctor for omo ebe wie school say ya train omo as medical doctors and as a dentist no afino so na ya fa omo nyina o ejum nti afi die no omo a Medical and Dental Council for edi omo emayen she omo wie omo training ye wo se omo nya bia no omo anya na omo ewa ho krata se ana se nimdie se obetimi asa nipa yare ewo kwan bebre so no saafo no na ministry na ho kwan se na se aban ho kwan se ye fa omo adwuma omo dodo 405 medical and dental officers ye ba be fa omo Monday ya by 9th of October omo ye qualified no omo Medical and Dental Council are satisfied omo na omo yi omo housemanship sa listen no na be kan sa omo kan the 30th batch no anti omo ni mo ho say ye wo by 29 by 28 we ye by 30 and at 30th batch omo kan back 30 no omo yi omo housemanship and to one say obie porter na wa obehu say me din wom me din ka ho fa fo no wa won ka 30th badge no hono uko bia nya de obetimi anya ho kwan a obetimi register na uka 30th badge no bia ubi porter na ebe di ama ho so watimi aye registration
abusianti wei insam awodro bia customer for edema Ministry of Health Dr. Ayegba inti wusi ne se watimi awie back 30 ama musia no no Monday monko mo porters ne so edi ni beba ama kunedua ama kunedu sage no da bia wa so be okotusi ya bia opportunity no eti Monday ama uti akona kwhwe wo de na aja bia pubo ye de kotum pubu wo ho ya mem puti se wo nko isa na wo hwe ni mu se obekọ ana se post ne meba enti no
ya posti
wa meme ka se ne
sisi wani ya fane ko to ekura da se why
no
enti ene ya posti wa ko to ayi ya friend say shwaye mo bone ya bwa mo ne wan wani ni munya
pese amadere ne ko fa bo de be to
okay
ohana pesa academic holu musum kabi ubenya WhatsApp ubenya phone abraza ohana wo
se wo hono mo a de se edwana dwoma malaita wo sukra posum ho dada no mama light out no bi aba wo bi sekeka me primola mo so ni primola ai me primola ne keka ti be so tuma mi ayi so fo
touchiro no wana touch ne so say do that no low na beti nti am Monday ko na ko check say what yanko
I was here for you to akasia no eso we no said yes asatifo so anu ade ya hwem kakra ti we dia fa bi yesere na ye dibia yesere ya ye pohwi ni yakwa mu enso ewo adesua aso ye na edu watchfo mpanifo a wono no metia director of the edu watch Mr. Kofi Asare enso akasa na watutu bia mani abai panifo na afeso kwa adesua nka bom ko na mpanifo wo modede jomo anu nyina na chese wo the strong warning na watutu bia mani wo ye papa kire se wo mo ye afiaso na se bia wo mo kwa ye budget bia wo mo mpesi kabuti bi pa emfama adesuafo se de be ya wo mo nso adesua ne beka so ye the way to chalk ye the way to books ye the way ye say blackboard na ye dibi ye yesa maka body na chese ye maka na ye to na chese bibia ekoso wano se de be ya adesua mu nzam enso be koye wapani kasa na watchre se kamye ye se aso empanifo ye yomani amadesua na ye ka adesua na chese nya adesua bi keke wo be ye nurse wo be ye teachani wo be ye we ya classroom wo inu ya na abeko agese cheche ni ebebegina wanim enti se ne achechefo sufra ban na se omo kaso wo fa akade bi embre wo ma wo sa ban no krampo wo tumrika tente pa na womode sanye ma no ekoma wom enti yewra Kofi Asare eto de kasa no so na wo kire se get fancy kanu a womode ato ho no mo se womode hwe amadisuansam atumi akwalanim no womonhwe no mo fa sanye ma ni na enso entumi nkoma akirechefo na afeso adisuafo se de be ye no so ebetumi akwananim ne kasa mu na o side to dwa wo kire se District assemblies no was so many now so warm who more day. Said the bay addition almost one do who bedjim essence a frinkituam and a company. It is a ne, yes, I am addition for no kitua bremu, Nason could do penny bremois. I dear no more quacosia. And the penny foncho when you share this yam said the bay and usubejana and I so brandy.
Education law lecture say local assemblies na omo said they say on basic school die ama ya mofra etwenya school bi akọ e wo say your free basic education e wo your constitution article 38(2) in na so nim say ban ahye said by 2030 na kwala bia wa school ko bia so nya kwan ekosu friend tenable development go for government decision in the 2021 population census no all they should say enkwala 1.4 million and I know money school already between 4 and 17 okwa assemblies na say ye train buy ye train jet fund but you can't say train jet fund e be train sa agency unity e be here say ye ni na idea mbeju corporate Ghana CSOs private sector sorry any local government e bet na say me sin ko how e bet me develop strategies e bet me aboa now they supported the financing of education. He say omeni free abines get funds na share assembly the share collaboration so meet me a corporate sector and the private sector especially now we discuss how we can support it additional because I said there now I want say I was say yes school die and my school free assembly now is almost stress. Now, I buy a support. I don't know if I say a trauma training and also it's a yet at the the national level discussion they have it now local governments, we will prove.
It's here to Jay, Mr. Kofi Asare. Why director of Edu Watch and also Ekasa Yano. What we are prepared pen or signed to watch us say, I come here say, I buy school, no more mushe containing a banquano. Ye ni papa dia amawom wo be ko baby wo ho no ma ankran suku yi na che so ma sisia na baasi edi atwenche saa enti ose sisia no dia empanifo nhwe na wo montoto aniama ye se dia be ya government school no so benya nuonyam kakra na wo kire se adan ahoro wo monsisi no so enya adenta na feso etemanko a na wo monsisi sa adan no nembo mo behwe no matter to see a bill ankran dwumadi nyina se de be ya abai school no enso benya nuonyam kakra
The who say okwa assemblies now omo reporting system no mo use no different from national level reporting system. Osha ya ye in price no afiso a Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance or any expenditure analysis or so spending say our health, spending say our education, spending say our agric na you hu to sika ban spending our sector bia na it made na so e da kasa ban e say sika ko hard no so enti chemu kenani ade but say wo ko assembly na omo de no mo ye ne sa omo ye budget na omo ye along the line of social services enti so omo ye expenditure na social services omo ye education no my health no my social services enti the moment to be education and free health and free ahipati education and no here because your commitment to education I would say it will carry we say also 15 to 20% of IGF now education more na
Tiania to Jay, Mr. Kofi Asare, where director of EduWatch, and our no so what's in Kano.
Yantua and Yunusia Casaneso and from Diana Yako Akupiemu or a Bono East region Honomo. Now, what do we need to more Blue East dia na say? I chabia an electoral commission at the editor or APPLE so say maybe I don't know Omanya in Firudu and what you are econo. A queen at Miaba. Aches ometi mi atwo mudin se na beti mi abono ogudin na beko about to umanimuno onyankopon eyadoma 2024 about to na ebe hoto no so no omo so atimi akoto aba ana afeso omo a 2020 na omo ye registration no omo ntimi anya akonya ne so na yese impanyfo ane electoral commission eyi na watwe be sa miensa esi hono mu ana se sa edichwacho ni na ekoso ahia se de bebre ebe besenkoye se anamuto ya EC2 ye ana ohwa registration no omo structure ye ewo eyisi omo ni district offices no na ohwa ebimu so mani nje won na national ina mu no so no omo tro ya na odi woni chemu ewo Blue East region hono mo dia duwe na ekonawe na watwe ya mu ana chese dwumade we na no ibanfo edi ba na wie ye omo chese we de na watwe miensa pe 21 days pe ana mo disi wo se omo hwe na matie bibia na numu ana yewura Dr. Bosman Asare oye deputy chairperson ono no ohwe cooperative service no ohwe so ewo yisi akache ana o kire se sesi ade yetimi atwotwodi na awie enti wo a wono bibi nti no o pese o transfer o vote no se wono enka na woto aba no awofa brode beto choko na pese o de koye sankwale dia na embre no wo hono se impanyefo betimi aboawo na se transfer of vote no watimi a transfer obibia akoho no se betimi aboa na yakopɔ yadoma se ye to aba na onkoto ewo fa brode beto choko ne mo ba koto no ewo ye sankwale wo na timi aboa yepa wona muso ama Dr. Gabriel dey yebo oye electoral commission panyipa ono no ohwe Blue East region no as director ono no ohwe so wo no mo ana odi afutuo pa elko edemetima mufo nyina se obi bia na obaya waden se ono oye transfer of vote no di huye pa elko achi ansa na obetu